There I am. Sorry.
Bro,
How's it going, man?
good to see you, man. How you doing?
Oh, it's spectacular to see you again, man.
Yeah, you too, dude. How's life?
Life is fun. I haven't been at the movies as much, but I've been on a heavy metal crusade, if you will.
Okay.
A show every weekend. This weekend was 3 in a
Dude.
row. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And it was only gonna be Thursday, Friday, Sunday. I traded them out, but it became a trilogy, 3 in a row. So I've been trading in the ticket stubs a little bit more for shows lately.
Huh.
It's kinda worked out, I guess. But yeah, I've been doing that more so. I started a new job, um, digging that, new setup. Yeah, I got this because of that, so it
Dude.
works out like that.
Dude, that's awesome, man. You're winning life right now. That's awesome.
I feel good. I also feel like I just finished the last lap of F1, like Brad Pitt, how he's, like, burned out at the end. I'm, like, a
Yeah.
little like, "Whoa," like, what a ride the last 3 or 6 months were for me, to be honest with you.
Huh. But
Yeah.
did you decide to go back to the cinema after your protest, or are you still
O
keeping it at a distance?
Oh, are we recording right now?
We can, but I can take it out.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's
I just
record it actually, because I would like
Okay,
to
yeah,
get on my
yeah.
soapbox about
Yeah,
this.
yeah, we can record it, and I already did. We have like a pre-intro now and all this, fancy schmuck, and
Yeah.
so yeah, let you record what you got to say, and we'll tag AMC, and we'll get some traction behind it. And but I want to, for those of you who don't know, like movies with Peter, like he went on like a little mini, like protest or sabbatical, or what would you call it?
I would call it, at first, an intermission from the theater. I felt like I experienced a 3-movie run where each one had a disruption that was just nonsense, and they were very different, like a person answering a phone, person voice texting behind me while the movie's playing, things like that. So I was pretty traumatized from this 3-night run. There was another incident, I think. I forget what happened during Wicked. Anyway, point is, I was like, they're not doing that much these days, the theaters. There's no usher in there, there's no button, there's nothing on the
Yeah.
app to get someone in there for something like that, and then I have to go out of my way, and it's like I can't get a refund really because I have the monthly pass. So this leads me to my next point now. So I am kind of on a sabbatical as a full-time cinephile, because last year or last 3 years, I
Yeah.
mean, you see me. Anything, like
Oh,
almost
yep.
everything, yeah. F
Everything. Yep.
400 theaters, I'll see Blue Moon. Yeah, I'll go to
Yeah.
that.
Not Mario though.
What's that?
Not
No.
Mario though.
Well, here's another reason I'm waiting for Mario. I am waiting a month for those kids to get the hell out of that theater, and that
Yep.
way I could just sit there, enjoy a proper showing of Mario. But back to the point of AMC where I'm at with this protest, I am trying to go only 2 times a month, where that value is still the same or less than a monthly pass. So that way I'm not spending more than I was usually.
Yep.
But here's the thing, because I'm buying each ticket now, and if I get a disruption out of my league, I could get a refund.
Yeah. Smart,
I've
dude.
done it at Cinemark. Yeah, I told them what happened. They gave me the money back. So that's how I'm
My
looking
theater.
at it. And also, just life, art, I think that's the other thing. It's one thing I saw a lot of metal shows just recently, like, kind of worked out with this lack of cinema in my life, but,
Yeah.
I have my own productions to make right now too. I'm in the midst of making, my Adirondack, collection about my experience hiking all 46 summits and of the Adirondacks, or the highest summits of the Adirondacks, I should say. And then Avalon, dubbed after King Arthur's Last Crusade, where I went to California last summer, did an epic run out there, but
Yeah.
it was closure for a time in my life from 2010 when I was down on my luck, crashing at people's couches, things like that. I was a hard time. I'm not gonna get into the fallout on this, but I got redeemed through friends. They helped me out. I met people who were working on farms out there, hidden farms, if you will, in Northern California. And it was quite an experience in retrospect because it was before smartphones. So, and, no one was recording that kind of environment of, you know, lettuce chopping, if you will, out there. And, but now it's pioneering in retrospect. So I feel kind of compelled to tell my tale of this era through painting because I don't have any other means. I mean, I could use AI, but I'd rather just stick it to traditional for this with my tale of what I saw and experienced during a season like that out there. But that is why AMC, I am sorry, your disruptive behavior and my personal ambitions have gone the way of being a full-time monthly pass holder. That's
Mm.
where I'm at with that.
Dude, that your California experience should be a movie, man. Like the way you talk about it, like you should write some kind of script, send it off, and see who picks it up. I'm just curious to who would play you. Like my first recommendation is Timothy Chalamet. I know you're a big fan of
Oh,
Timmy.
well, here's the thing. This story will get him an Oscar, though, at least.
Ah, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Marty Supreme couldn't, but this one might give him an Oscar.
I think Dune 3 is gonna try to I think he's gonna try to campaign hard for that one. I
Dude, why
mean,
not, dude? You
yeah,
know, I used to not watch the Oscars, just because it was so long. It would go long, and it
same.
would. But I actually really like watching it now because as I get older and you get like more like sentimental, like one of my favorite things to like watch is when people's dreams come true and you get to see like the reaction on their faces. And like Michael B. Jordan, when he won like Best Actor, like I almost started crying. Just his reaction of just like he's shocked, and then he got the big hug from Ryan Coogler, and his mom grabbed his hand, and
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
this dude has worked his whole life for that moment, and his dream just came true. I'm like, that's I don't know. They just call me sentimental or whatever. But so now I watched
Oh,
the whole thing,
mhm.
and I ended up just seeing people's dreams come true.
Oh, I felt the same for him too, and my brother too, sister, we were watching it together, we were all like, "Yeah," and for me personally, even when I left Sinners the first time, I was like I looked at the poster and I was like, "Man, Coogler and, Jordan did it," you know, like, it all led up to this, Black Panther,
Yeah.
the Creed trilogy, and Sinners. This was the peak summit or onto something else possibly with those 2. Maybe more ahead, but either way, I mean, this was a hallmark for both of them, their partnership. I mean, you've had lots of great people like Kurt Russell and John Carpenter, but these 2 actually got to chip and get some gold out of it with
Yeah.
their partnership. So, like you said, it was very awesome to see, and you could tell if his reaction, it was I
Yeah.
agree.
He's
You could
so
tell he waited for
nervous.
this one.
Yeah, and it had some competition too. Like the people that were, competing for that, I was
Mm.
like, and like I didn't ever see Marty Supreme, but Timothy was campaigning so hard for that, that you're almost worried of like, did he succeed in doing that? But I'm glad they gave it to Michael B. Jordan because, I mean, with one battle after another, they cleaned house of every single other award. I'm glad that Michael B. got it for Sinners.
Now, that's funny you mentioned that because if you rewatch that clip when he gets the award, you know how they show all 5 heads?
Hmm.
Like, who's about to win? Leo is the very first to jump out of his chair and start clapping, like,
That's
wildly,
cool.
actually. Timmy never got up, he gets up, but Leo, yeah, automatically, like, no questions asked, he got up and
Yeah,
clapped.
that's cool, man. That's cool,
I did
man.
think Leo, though I did think it was one of the best Leo performances he ever did, though. I think
Yeah,
people
me too.
underwrote him, to be honest with you, and take him and took him for granted because he's been so good for so long now. It's like, yeah, it's just another Leo being Leo for people that actually vote for this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's one thing I put on my letterbox review was like just thank God that we live in a time with Leo DiCaprio where like greatness becomes like a casual experience for us every time he's in something. Because
Mhm.
like when one battle was coming out, they put out like all of the Leo classics, and so I went and watched in the theater The Revenant again, and I was like, "Man, this freaking he's awesome in this." And then in Wolf and Wall Street, you just hate him in that movie, and it's just such a good performance. And I just we're so lucky to live on the same timeline as Leo DiCaprio, giving us greatness year in and year out, no matter what he's in.
And for you probably too, a whole generation now.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember when he was freaking in Titanic, you know, and
Yeah.
I think he was in like a Romeo and Juliet too, if I'm not mistaken, at one point.
To
Some
me, that was the big breakthrough for him to get to Titanic because, like, it was a heartthrob thing for him to get to the girls, and at
yeah,
that time, it was pretty goth, artistic. I don't know how you wanna describe avant-garde, for Romeo and Juliet. It was a winner for him to get to where he was for sure, but I remember that being big as a middle school kid.
yeah. Yeah, it's cool too, like, when you're, like, old like us, because 'cause you're, like, what, like, you're 33, 34?
Oh, thank you. I'm going on 42 and, a
No
week
way! I did not know that. You seem so much younger, dude.
well, I did
Sorry.
lose some weight, so I de-aged a little, but yeah, a week from now, 42 today, yeah, a week from now.
Dude, man, well, happy early birthday.
Well, thank you.
I'll send you a DM on your birthday,
Yeah, I
but,
wouldn't
you
have
know
these stories or taste otherwise, yeah, probably.
but, like, you get to our age, like, you see people that, like, are big time now, like Ryan Coogler or Leo DiCaprio, and you just remember when they were kind of nobodies and they got a chance, like, someone took a risk on them and gave them an opportunity, and they took advantage of it, and, like, Black Panther, really, you go back and think about it, it had no reason to be that good, like, no one really knew Black Panther outside of, like, the OG hardcore Marvel fans, and they trusted this director who's directed maybe 1 or 2 films, came from Sundance, and now, like, I mean, he's gotta be, like, the most one of the most sought after directors in the industry now. So it's cool, you know, you see people like that, like Leo, that people take a chance on them and they take advantage of their moment and then they become what they are now.
Yeah, and with, Michael B. Jordan, what was I about to go with that? Yeah, well, going back to what I was saying when I was leaving the theater first time with my brother and, like, looking at the poster, it's like, those 2 did it with this one, and it was crazy now with the Oscars, I'm like, "Oh my god, they did do it." And I almost feel like Coogler, that's where I was going with this. Coogler, was almost a tie with, Paul Thomas Anderson because, in my opinion, he had original screenplay, and to me, that kinda overrides adapted screenplay because this guy actually brought something within it, wasn't inspired or based on something
Yeah.
else, and, let's be real, he was probably 2nd pick for director if it
Yeah.
wasn't PTA. Otherwise, picture 2. I mean, but he got what? Actor, score, screenplay, big trio. Those are heavy in my opinion.
Yeah.
Cinematography, that's another huge one too. But PTA, he had picture, adapted screenplay. I forgot what the other one he had. Picture, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, like when you compare those titles or wins to their wins, it felt like a tie in my opinion.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Well, I know you took a break from the cinema, kind of like you're only seeing, you just explained it. So, like the 2 movies a month to maximize your value, but you are still seeing movies. And like this podcast, like talking about 2026, where we're at now and where we're going. Like, I have the list of movies I've seen. I saw your list recently you just posted,
Oh yeah.
like, because your number 1 right now is Wuthering Heights, if I'm not mistaken?
Well, for most fun experience, I would say. Yeah, I
Okay.
I think technically number 1 is the Bone Temple. 28 years later, the Bone Temple,
Yeah,
technically. Now,
yeah.
why am I going with Wuthering Heights, The Bride, over the Bone Temple? Let's be real, for me at least, the Bone Temple should have been NC-17 for how I grew up. I don't
Oh,
know, like,
dude, no doubt.
it was
Yeah.
Terrifier level, let's be
Oh,
real, like,
man,
I'm
that
not sure
barn
how that
scene.
got passed with an R, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
The one scene in the barn?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I was done, to be honest with you. I
yeah.
was like, "Where is this movie going?
Yeah, me
Where"
too. I was
Yeah,
like, "What are we watching?"
like, I know this place is fucked, but this is getting too fucked now, like,
Yeah,
for me.
yeah,
Point is, though, when you really look at it as a movie or a horror film, shock horror film, it's really an A+ film, though. A?
yeah,
Okay, maybe not A+, maybe A at least, though. It's up there. I thought it was better than the first one to be in terms of an actual film.
yeah, me too.
Maybe favorite of the 28s, to be honest with you. I was pretty shocked, to be honest with you.
Dude, it sucks it made no money, like, nobody went and saw it, like, nobody.
Nobody.
No, God, I mean, I don't know if the gore in it contributed to that, but I don't think it did. I just don't think
Uh,
anybody knew about it because, like, I just saw this creator that I really like named Kit Laser online, and he announced it the 28 years later. Bone Temple is coming out on Netflix, I think, this weekend,
Oh.
and he's, like, just encouraging people, like, "Please go watch this because it's gotta make some money because 'cause they've greenlit the 3rd, but there's discussions of, like, are people as excited about this franchise as we thought?" Like, 28 years later, yeah, it did well, kinda divisive among fans, but the second one was already filmed at that point, and no one went and saw it, and it was a good film.
Mhm.
And so he's pleading with people, "Please go watch it because that we have to see how the story ends and Cillian Murphy coming back," and
That's the thing,
so
we all wanna see that, like, how does that unfold with him? Like, where does
yeah.
it go with him?
Yeah, but so you're still seeing shows though, like The Bride you've seen, the Wuthering Heights you've seen, the Bone Temple you've seen,
Mhm.
Project Hail Mary you saw too?
Oh, and Send Help too.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's right,
so
Send
so
Help,
I get,
okay.
like yeah, that's the thing, I'll stick to, like, the big ones, if you will, or the ones that are just appealing big ones in a way. I mean, those are to me. And there's always 2 in general every month. For me, though, this weekend, oddly enough, is not
Drama.
Mario because I'm not sure where a Ghost in the Cage is gonna go with this one, but I got the drama with Robert Pattinson, the new Batman, with
Yeah,
and Zendaya. And for me, this is funny for a couple reasons because they have 3 movies this year together. They have The Odyssey and then Dune 3, they're together. And the funnier part is, I'm not gonna get into details, but I've become a little Robert Pattinson in a way where someone is married to Tom Holland, but guess what? They're hanging out
yeah.
more with Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson due to just work
Yeah,
and other things in life. So the point is though, the drama I think should be dramatic and it's A24. It
yeah.
got a pretty high score. So I'm excited for that one this weekend. Like I said, Mario, I think I might push that to later this month, just when the kids are gone and the birthday parties.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I went and saw Mario last night, and it was kinda what you expect, kinda just a lot of nostalgia driven plot, which is fine. And there was kids in my theater and they were screaming and hollering and standing up and which honestly it did not bother me as much as I thought it would because I'm like, I'm a grown ass man in a kids movie. If this was like The Wait or a movie I'll talk about later, The Wait or Project Hail Mary or something, yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, sit down or shut up or
Oh
take him
yeah.
out of here. But
Project Hail
Mario,
Mary
so I'm like,
especially.
yeah, do your thing, like do hoop and holler and stuff. And as far as read this article, you talk about Zendaya and Rob Pattinson, where I was reading this article, I think it was on Entertainment or something, and they were like, um, Zendaya and Robert Pattinson for the next 18 months are the new Pedro Pascal, where you can't get away from them.
I
Every
know.
month, every month they're going to be in something, and I mean, yeah, sure stuff. Even like on TV now, like the big thing coming on TV is Euphoria, which I'm not into, but I know a lot of people
Oh,
are. But
I
she's
don't
in
watch
that
either.
too,
Mhm.
so she'll be in that, dude. And so, yeah, man.
So it's funny you say that, like how Pedro Pascal was last year, and I actually bought like one of those bootleg shirts. It looked like a rapper shirt. It said Pedro Pascal had like a collage of him on it. I was like, yeah, it's the
Nice.
summer of Pedro. I'm gonna
Yeah.
see all 2 or 3. And
Well, I wore this
this
shirt today just for you,
which one? The
the
last.
last one. Just because I know you're a Pedro Pascal,
Oh
you're on
boy.
the fence.
Now what do I got today? I did wear Nicole, but it's cold here today. There she is.
Ah, that's nice though. That's a nice shirt.
Etsy, man. Yeah, same thing with the Pedro Pascal shirt. But because Mandalorian's coming out, and you know me, nope, I'm a truist now at this point in history of Star Wars 1 through 6 only, and I'm gonna protest by burning the shirt outside the theater.
Okay.
And
Like,
then I gotta buy a Robert and Zendaya shirt now for this
yeah,
summer.
yeah. And then burn it after the Batman. Be like, okay,
Exactly.
we finally done
When
after
Dune
8
3 is
movies.
finished in IMAX and I'm walking out of that theater, you're expecting a reel from me where I'm burning it. Don't worry.
Yeah. I gotta tell you though, I love his. I don't even know if you can call it a comeback, but I know some people like down where I live that will not touch anything with Robert Pattinson in it because they're like, oh, he's the Twilight sparkly boy
Oh,
or whatever.
it's permanent, unfortunately, with him. A
Yeah,
lot
it
of
is,
people won't give him the time of day because of that.
and they're missing out. They really are because like the Batman was great, but even like some of those other roles that he's in, like last year's Mickey 17. I mean, he did a great
Yes,
job of like playing two roles too. Obviously, not as good as like Sinners as a movie as a whole, but I mean, he had me convinced
true.
that Mickey 17 and Mickey 18 were two different people, same actor.
Mhm.
So I think, I
Well, he
think he's
also had
fine.
that movie with, oh my god, I can't think of the name.
Defoe.
With Jennifer Lawrence?
Oh, that's right. What's that
Wild
movie called?
Girl? I forget.
Oh yeah, yeah,
There's a name to it. Hold
yeah.
on. Google, let's see. It
I heard that one
was
was crazy. I didn't see that one.
yeah, it was a little much for me, I think. And I love weird shit too. Oh, Die My Love.
Ah, that's right.
There we go. Yeah, that was a little bizarre. The story, I think people took it more seriously than I did. Personally, all I got out of it was if Robert didn't make love to her, she went crazy. That's all I got out of the movie.
I bet your letterbox review on that was
That
crazy.
that's all I got. Yeah. I was like, she did a good performance, but I've seen Anya Taylor-Joy in The Witch. Whoop-de-doo.
Oh, dude, I'm glad you brought up The Witch too, because like
I love The Witch, don't get me
I did
wrong,
too.
but it wasn't out of the ordinary dime I love. I think a lot of people were asking, like, "Oh, she could get that Oscar." I was like, "Ah, yeah,
Huh.
nah, not this time, I don't think."
Dude,
Oh,
it'll
there
be
is
a.
mm. Oh, I
Go.
was
You
gonna
go.
say, have you seen that ad for, Lee Cronin's The Mummy?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
kind of intrigued, actually.
Yeah, I think it'll get people in the seats because I think they'll think they're going to like the Mummy, like some kind of reboot of like the old series, and they're gonna go in there and be
Frasier,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is not what I expected.
Nope. That's a good point. Yeah, they probably walk in thinking it's either the anniversary or a resurgence, some kind of
Yeah.
comeback.
It'd be like, what? It's like the people back in the day that wanted to go see 28 Days with like Sandra Bullock, or I think that's who was in it. And they went and saw 28 Days Later instead. And people like sat through it because they waited when they wanted to see it when Sandra Bullock shows up. Like, she's not coming.
There's memes out that's the most confusing trilogy of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. You get Sandra Bullock, and then things go really bad for 3 movies.
Mhm.
Yeah. And hopefully a fourth. Hopefully a fourth.
Wait a minute. Hey, Sony Pictures, if you're watching, you should get Sandra Bullock to be in the last 28 years
Yeah, dude.
movie and then
It'll,
make it
it'll,
a complete saga.
It will at least make it break even. Like you put Sandra Bullock in that, you will put asses in seats, no doubt.
I think I got my brother to go see Bullet Train because of that, and she was only the narrator in that film, like she was the voice to Brad Pitt in the film.
Was that any good? Bullet Train? Never went and saw that.
Oh, I loved it. That was the top 10 film for me that year, to be honest with you.
What year was that? Was that
I
2025?
think that was
Four?
2
Four?
or 3. That was like one of those comeback years after COVID, I remember.
Huh,
Yeah, 22 or 23 for sure. It was definitely like very early after COVID.
dude. So you're seeing 2 movies a month, right?
2 or 3 on average, yeah.
Okay,
One
because I have a
maybe. It depends on the forecast too.
okay, because I have a list here of the movies of. I found this really good article on Men's Health of the 101 most anticipated movies of 2026 and their
101.
release date. Yeah, I don't go through 101. I took like the highlights
I
of it.
picked like, I don't know, a dozen for today. Like,
Okay,
oh, I
do you
have,
have
yeah,
like
I picked like favorites or stuff to talk about, I guess, like things
okay?
like that. Yeah, but I guess what's on top of your mind coming up, at least in the spring or
Well,
summer
in
coming up?
April, in
Mm.
April, I go April and May, but April, the three that I had written down are Mario, which I give Mario 5.5 out of 10 just because it's for kids and it's not that good. And I don't know why they spoiled like the Star Fox Easter egg before. It doesn't make any sense. There's the drama, which you're seeing this weekend, and then
Mm.
there's a show by Guy Ritchie called The Gray. Into the Gray.
Huh.
And it's intriguing for me. I'll probably go check it out. I'm a big fan of Guy Ritchie. I loved what he did with The Covenant with Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal's in this one alongside Henry Cavill as like the co-lead, and so I was like, yeah, I'll probably see that one.
Oh, I saw someone post about it, but I didn't read the details about it. So that's them two coming together.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that actually might be pretty cool, those two together.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like my movie because every year there's like a movie that's kind of that no one will see that kind of rises to like my rankings. Like my favorite movie last year was She Rides Shotgun. I loved it. It's like totally in my wheelhouse of like what I like to watch. It had great acting. It had just it was awesome, and nobody freaking saw it. Nobody.
I haven't
Like
seen it either.
I did like top 10 lists with like 10 different people. None of them had included in their top 10. Why? Because none of them saw it. And
I
come
I
to find
haven't heard
out,
of it, to be honest. Yeah, I'll write
dude,
it down though for later. Yeah, she rides
yeah, it's really
shotgun.
good. It is really good, and it's but it made no money. It made like I think maybe $1.3 million across the U.S., but at least 40 of those were my dollars because I went and saw it twice.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
I'm trying to
counts.
find that like in the list because in this list, like there's, I mean, even like I'm sure you have this on your list too, but you go to like the month of May, Devil Wears Prada, Mandalorian, and Grogu.
Well, I think man, I would go to Mandalorian Grogu. Most likely I'm gonna see it. And Sigourney Weaver, she's a queen of sci-fi. Let's be real. I mean, she's been there since the get-go, practically. Alien, Ghostbusters, yeah, Avatar. She ain't she's the flag for it at the end of the
Yeah,
day. So I'll pay for respect. But the movie that you were describing, She Rides Shotgun, how that was like that kind of Easter niche egg movie for you that was really good beyond expectations. I actually hope Lee Cronin's The Mummy will be that kind of movie for me
really,
personally. Like that's why I kind of brought it up too. I'm like, you know what? I feel like that could be out of the movies I see on the docket this year. That might be it for me. Like that, I hope that's it. But we're also not at Cannes yet, where they give us all the nominated films usually, the big
that's right.
dramas. You know, we're still a couple weeks or a month away from that.
When? Yeah,
Uh,
when is that?
Usually April, May, I want to say. Let's see. I've always
Boy,
wanted to
Georgia.
go, but you know, big money.
Yeah,
Can't.
even going to Sundance for me, dude. Going to Sundance for me, it's like 20 minutes from my house.
Hmm.
Wiped me out because the films there are $40 a pop, and parking is another $40 a pop.
Oh, parking's for. Ooh, oh, I
Dude,
see. Yeah. Oof.
yeah. So going to a movie there is expensive.
Oh, not until okay, we got time. May 12th through the 23rd. So I think that's gonna be the week
Mm,
where we really get like the noms
yeah.
for the year after next year's Oscars. Basically, at least two or three are gonna come out of that.
When is Lee Cronin's The Mummy coming out? I'm here on Google trying to. Is it this month? It's 2 weeks, man.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, April
I didn't even
17th.
look at the date.
Oh my gosh.
I got
That's
two movies
perfect
this
because on
month.
my list I have
Oh, look
two
at
for
that!
April and now I have three.
Whoa,
This
2 hours
is
and 15 minutes. This is a serious film. Wow. All right, I'll take it.
great. So you will see Mandalorian and Grogu? You're gonna see that?
Oh, I
That
might,
surprises
but
me.
I might just do like a reel where I honk on it, kind of like how I did for Avatar, and I went for the trailers.
Yeah.
I might do something
Yeah.
similar, maybe similar, because Memorial Day trailers are a big deal usually,
Yep.
traditionally, like before the big Memorial Day weekend movie of Mandalorian. There'll be some. Don't worry, there'll be a reel. The Pedro Pascal shirt will be on one more time
All right, dude.
before it takes its final lap.
I think that's gonna be a movie that kids love and adults hate. Like just watching the trailers and stuff, like I was in a theater. What was I seeing? I saw something in December. I don't remember what it was, but Mandalorian and Grogu came up like the trailer, and like all the kids started to clap and get excited.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, this is the kids are gonna love this, and adults are gonna be like, what happened to the Star Wars of old? Like, and just by the trailers, I can kind of already tell, like the Jax Jabba Hutt and stuff, and
Well,
you
it's a
know,
little silly that scene because I feel like it looks like Ragnarok where Hulk comes out and fights,
oh yeah,
but here you have the slug coming out to the arena. I'm like,
yeah.
wow, copy and paste. I see.
And I kind of
Uh,
feel like this franchise, it kind of peaked already. Like if that makes sense, like with
oh, I agree. Yeah, and
like they kind
Luke
of
at the end of season 2, that
yes,
was like top
yeah.
5 Star Wars scenes of all time. Let's be real.
Yes, and the emotional draw there of like, okay, he this guy, the trope of distant father goes to care for his adopted kid Grogu, and they're separated because both have to just go on their separate ways or separate journeys. And then season 3, they just shove them right back together, and it's like, like this peaked right there. Like it peaked if like their story peaked
Yeah.
with Luke Skywalker taking him off, and then Mandalorian going and doing whatever or nothing. Like who knows? But it just feels like they're kind of just bleeding that franchise to see what else they can get out of it.
I think the blood is also dry because, you know how musicians have sometimes a thing called an EP? It's just like a shorter album, like, 4 tracks instead of a full album.
Yeah,
So to me, the Book of Boba Fett was an EP
yeah,
for The Mandalorian because half of that show was literally The Mandalorian. I think
yeah.
one episode was all Mandalorian, and then it's Grogu, and I like the whole historical part of the Book of Boba Fett. Like, you found out how he got out of there, and that should have just been a solid standalone movie. Like,
Right.
how he got out of there. He could just put all 4 of those parts together. Great. But the rest of that series was seriously like Mandalorian 2.5, I think,
Yeah.
personally. Like, the perspective, the vibe. Yeah. Anyway, Mandalorian, I'll see it, but you're gonna get one hell of a reel. I'll tell you what, people.
Do it.
Just like Superman, Avatar, any of those, I will get on my soapbox.
He said
The
it. He said it here
long
first.
walk.
He said it here first. There's gonna be a reel coming
Oh,
in May when
chances
Mandalorian
are
trailer
high.
comes out.
Chances are high.
Well, what's the next movie on your list, man? Let's I'll bounce around, you can bounce
Oh,
around, and we'll just
let's see. I'm a little out of order. Oh, okay. Actually, right after, I think June, I want to say this comes out, is Disclosure Day and
Yes.
Supergirl, I think.
Yep.
I think she comes out around that. But Disclosure Day, I guess for me, excitement wise, I mean, Spielberg, yes, he's done a lot of sci-fi for sure. And he's a Mount Rushmore of it. He's up there with Ridley Scott, Villeneuve for sure. But with Disclosure Day, Emily Blunt looks intense in the trailer. I was like, I'm hooked with this scene right now.
Yeah.
And John Williams is in it. I mean, doing the score, and I couldn't ask
Mm.
for more. I saw the second trailer before Project Hail Mary, and I didn't know there was a second trailer, and I was blown away by that one a lot more than the first one. I
Mm.
think Spielberg got juice for one more personally. I'm
All
excited for
right.
that one.
All right. I wonder what he's taking to get him all juiced, because I wrote that down too. I think that looks really good. June is June is packed, man. June is the Disclosure Day,
Mhm.
Supergirl, which I really like that actress. I loved her in the first season of Game of Thrones, the House of the Dragon. And then when she got recast because she got old, I was like, not as
Ah.
interested. I'm like, I thought she was great.
Hollywood
Um,
does dirty sometimes.
yeah, yeah, I know they have to like change in the actors if you're gonna jump ahead 30 years, but I'm just like, I liked her though. I liked her. The Masters of the Universe comes out that same month, which I don't know if I'll see. I wasn't a big Masters of the Universe guy as a kid, and
Same.
I'm a big fan of anything that Jared Leto is in, of not going to it, and he is the villain. He's Skeletor in this movie. So
I didn't know he was Skeletor.
yeah,
Oh my
dude.
god. Okay, now I'll see it. Okay.
That took enough for
The
you where it's like,
trailer
I gotta go
actually
see
didn't
it.
blow me away because, like yourself, I didn't grow up with it. I missed that train,
Yeah.
and, I don't know, the trailer just didn't get me going. I think it was just too much
Uh,
focus on the world in the beginning of the trailer. Like, "No, get me to the fantasy. I don't care about this real world shit."
yeah.
Like, just make it fantasy. Don't no Earth, please.
There's a couple more in June. There's The Death of Robin Hood that has, Hugh Jackman. Have you heard about this one?
Oh, I saw the
I
trailer before Marty Supreme, actually. Only once
I
I saw that.
think
It
this is
looked pretty good.
A24, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct, actually. I remember that
Okay.
was a big deal, actually.
And then there's one that, let me pull up there's a movie. So when I went to Sundance this year, right? It was the last Sundance at Park City, so there's already a lot of people there.
Hmm.
I made the mistake of trying to find parking one night, and at this art center, and there was no parking. There was a ton of people. There's lines upon lines upon lines, and all I wanted to do was buy a sweater that said Sundance on it. And
Mhm.
I was like, "What the hell is going on? Why is there like 2,000 people outside of this theater waiting to get in?" So I found a cop that was there, like providing security, and I was like, "What the hell are these people doing here? Like, I've stood in lines at Sundance, but not like this. Like, I've stood in line, maybe like 50, 60 people, but not 2,000 people. And the guy was like, "Well, this is the premiere of this movie called The Invite." You hear about this about this movie?
No, haven't heard
So
of
The
it.
Invite, it's I can read you a little synopsis right now, but there's a reason that the reason that there was a line of people is because Peter Dinklage, Edward Norton, Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde, and Penelope Cruz were all there at the premiere of the movie. So all of them were there. They were doing a panel after the movie to talk about it,
Whoa.
and everybody wanted like a piece of those celebrities. But it's the base of the premise is it all takes place in the living room of two people that are their marriage is like failing, and they invite this other couple in, and the whole movie takes place in this living room. Apparently, I haven't seen it. I couldn't get in because 2,000 people were on the waiting list. But I guess it was so good that there's like this bidding war for the movie, the rights to produce it and to put it out there. And A24 ended up winning, but they had to pay $100 million to get it. And that comes out in
Oh,
June.
wow. a
So I
hundred
missed it at
million.
Sundance. Yeah, and I'll probably watch it in theaters because everybody loved it at Sundance. Um, and $100 million you just put it out there with your name on it, so it should be a good one.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's quite a line for a movie,
Yeah,
especially these days. 2,000 people. Holy shit.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Wait, I
All right, man.
forget. You said you don't go to AMC. You go to what's the brand you go out there?
I go to one called the Megaplex.
Megaflex. Okay.
Yeah, they're kind of it's this company out here in like the Rockies where the guy owns everything. Like the guy owns the Utah Jazz. The guy owns all these car dealerships, but they also have movie theaters. And they're just good. Like they have the IMAX, they have a bunch of screens, they have the loyalty programs that are pretty generous. Their food is not crazy expensive. And when they mess up, when their speakers are blown or people disrupted, they're pretty good at giving refunds. And they're everywhere. So like I have one, it's 5-minute walking distance from my house. And so when I go to movie, I
Oh,
just walk there.
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So last
That
night I
is
walked
sick.
home from Mario. Yeah. Yeah, the Megaplex.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, walking distance is crutch. I never had that, a theater walking
Yeah,
distance.
and they do like rewatches too. Like I don't know how they do it. I bet they like pay for it or something. But once a month they'll be like Return to Pan Am, where you can sit and watch all the Hunger Games in one sitting. Return to like this year they're doing Return to Hogwarts, Return to Jurassic Park. Last year I went to their Return to Middle Earth, where just a whole day,
uh,
every extended version, all three in one day. Yeah,
uh,
9 a.m. until 10 p.m. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it was
yeah, I
great.
think that one's like what, 13 they extended together? Yeah, it's like 13 and a half, something like
Yeah.
that.
And they gave you half hour between every movie for like a piss break and a food break.
Or at least they gave it a half hour. Okay,
Yeah.
that's decent actually.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
dude.
did see Kill Bill I forget what it's called. The final there was a certain title for it where it was both act 1 and 2 together. And they had an intermission, but they had no timer. So me and my sister were like, I guess we're rushing this. My brother stayed because he was scared to miss it. But it was 15 minutes, but yeah, no timer, and no music, nothing, so no one could tell what was going on.
Dude, intermission is pretty sweet. Like,
I
I
love
mean,
intermissions, to be honest
God,
with you.
dude, like I was like as I get older, I go to the bathroom more, you know?
That
And so
too.
like
Yeah.
Mario, yesterday I went to the bathroom twice in a movie that was an hour and 35 minutes long.
Twice.
Dude,
Wow.
God, in Dune 2, I went to the bathroom 5 times. Because for whatever reason, like your bladder just I don't know, like too much ice in your drink. I don't know why people go to the
You
bathroom, but
weren't duned out enough, man. You know,
no,
they fight
dude.
for water, man.
Yeah, I'm like giving him my water. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, Fremen, like I've got
Precious
plenty to give.
resources out the door, man.
Yeah, you're eating people so you can save their water. I'm pissing 5 times during your movie. Sorry, Timothy
Ungrateful fans.
Chalamet. I guess I can't be a Fremen. I guess I could be a Fremen. I could be like the mother cow Fremen, where it's like, I got water for you, pal. Like, just give me 30 minutes and I promise that something will come out.
Lisha Galavi.
Oh, all right, man. What's the next one on your list, man?
Let's see, as we go into the summer. Oh, a Supergirl. Going back to that. I definitely have interest in that one for sure. Just to see. All right. Superman, okay. I had mixed emotions about it, but I'll give her a chance, see where else they're trying to go with this DCU or this resurgence of DCU. So I'm kind of mildly excited for that. Afterwards, I guess the Odyssey, it looks like, in July. And Spider-Man. Yeah, July has
Yeah.
two big bangers. Yeah. Odyssey and Spider-Man 4, I guess it is for Tom Holland. I think. 4.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Finally saw the trailer for that one.
what do you what do you think what do you think about the Odyssey? You think we'll live up to the hype?
I think it will live up to the hype, but time will tell because I almost feel like this is a celebrity. Hey, look who's here. Look who's here. Look
It's
who's
Tom
here.
Holland. It's John
Yeah.
Bernthal. It's
Oppenheimer, it's like that's what it was to me. Like, oh, face, face, face. And I know everyone wants to work with Nolan or be in a Nolan film these days for sure. But that's the only thing I'm worried about if it's going for that impression. Otherwise, I saw the exclusive 6-minute prologue trailer they had for it in IMAX, or just IMAX films. They were playing it before Avatar, and it was a 6-minute scene, a pure scene actually, and I was very impressed with the war shots or how the cinematography was going for the battle in this scene.
Hmm.
I think also Nolan can do what he wants now. So for me, I think this is his grand magnum opus coming up. His
Yeah, I think
episode 1, his Jurassic Park, like he's like, "You know what? I got infinite money now. People are begging to be in my movies. I'm gonna give you something for a lifetime right now, and I don't
I
have to
can
worry about an Oscar."
I can sell out my movie a year in advance. Like,
The
that's crazy.
ticket sales, yes,
Yeah,
you're right.
that's crazy,
I
yeah.
I
It's
couldn't
like,
believe that.
I couldn't either where it's like, you didn't put asses in seats for a solidly reviewed 28 years later movie, but Christopher Nolan's like, "In 1 year, I'm putting out The Odyssey, reserve your tickets now," and everyone's like,
Uh-huh, and I think the hope is for a lot of people, this is this generation's Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, something of that caliber,
where
like,
you get, like, that cinematic experience where you're like, "This is what it's all about."
an epic of an ages base. Yeah, something of fantasy epic. I guess that's what I'm trying to put, like, every 20 years, you need that big one for the generation,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah,
I
I
hope.
think this one, I'm really hoping it's good. I think it will be good 'cause Christopher Nolan. I'm not like there every time that we post the Locked Off Logic podcast about anything Christopher Nolan,
Uh-huh.
man, do we get some people that are just like Nolan stands, like homers, where I put out like, Interstellar's not my favorite movie of all time, or I thought Inception was a little bit overrated, or Tenet was just bad. And oh man, people are like, you don't know cinema, like
Oh,
you have no
fuck those
appreciation.
guys. No,
And
fuck
you're like,
those guys.
I'm
Yeah.
just telling you, like Tenet was like, if Tenet was, I still think Tenet was 30 minutes too long
Yes,
still.
I agree.
And like Robert Pattinson, yeah, he was great in it, but it's just too long. I liked Oppenheimer. I thought Oppenheimer was great. I thought the Dark Knight trilogy was great. I
Mhm.
like as I get older, the more I can appreciate Interstellar more. But I think he's the best director working, but, even the best of them put out stinkers sometimes. My
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
director is actually James Mangold. He directed my favorite movie, Logan, but he's the same asshole that put out the latest Indiana Jones movie,
Mhm.
which was terrible.
And sometimes it's reversal too, like, I forgot her name, but she directed The Bone Temple, 28 Years
Nia
Bone
Costa,
Temple,
yeah.
but she did, like, The Marvels before, I think.
Yeah.
And then the director of The Eternals went on to direct
Hamnet!
Hamnet. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. They got out of Marvel jail, those 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, they delivered both of them. But sometimes you're right though. There's directors who have a filmography where you're like, "What the fuck happened there? And how do
Yeah.
they connect?"
Who is scoring The Odyssey? Do you know?
Oh,
Is it
definitely,
is it
Jorgensen, the guy who did Sinners, Oppenheimer, yeah, Coogler and
perfect?
Nolan films,
Okay.
basically. Ludwig
That score is
Jorgensen.
gonna freaking
Yeah.
hit, dude. That score is gonna just cause and we posted about a few months ago, maybe, about the Odyssey being like one of our most anticipated movies.
Mhm.
And oh, we had a bunch of freaking like, this is not historically accurate to the Greeks and
Oh,
the
those
whatever. And
No,
I'm
book
like,
book people are ruining the cinephile scene
I
lately.
know.
I'll be honest. I'm sorry, guys. You know who you are when you're watching this. You
Yep.
know who you are. It's
Yeah.
5 stars if it's accurate and fairly based on the book. It's 1 star if it's a 2 degrees to the north.
Yeah. And I'm telling the people, I'm like, historically accurate, there's a Cyclops in the movie. Like,
Mhm.
a Cyclops, a fucking giant with one eye. There's a Cyclops in that movie.
Yeah,
Like,
when
it's
in
not.
history was there a
Yeah,
Cyclops? Yeah.
yeah. Anytime people get so mad, they'd be like, "This is not historically accurate." I would boycott this movie. Their helmets did not look like that, and you actually show them like what Greek helmets. They look like a bunch of clowns, bro. Like no one made those guys look scary. And then you're like,
Oh, yeah, I'm
"There's a
not I don't
fucking
get antsy about
Cyclops in
that
this
stuff.
movie." No,
Yeah.
no. Some people do. I think some people just get all weird and nitpicky, and it's like there's a Cyclops in the movie. Like it's not a historical event. There's a Cyclops in it.
Yeah, and I guess that's where I'm different than a lot of people too. A lot of people are looking for deep meaning in film, and there is meaning. There's messages in those fable films, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm there for entertainment,
Yeah,
and I feel some people are trying to go about it to this level of digest and no, dissection, I should say, where I can't even digest what they're thinking. I'm like, "Dude, you didn't write this. What are you writing right now? You didn't
yeah,
write the movie. Give me a break." Like
yeah.
like, was that the message? I don't think so. I don't know.
No.
Some people get a little too deep onto it. Yeah, it's enough for me doing this profile and doing, yeah, posts, podcasts. Like, I feel like I'm max. I don't do letterbox personally. It's just not interactive. Like,
Yeah,
here's a community on Instagram. I met you, I'm talking to you.
yeah.
Letterbox, I'm not talking to anyone. It's
Nah,
just, yeah, I get it. It's a blog for you, but yeah, I don't need it personally.
yeah. No, the Instagram scene for movies is the best. When you have like a good circle of like people that you can express your thoughts to and like we're in like this I'm in this group chat with these two people that join me every once in a while talking about Scream.
Uh-huh.
And, like, just I mean, one of them loves the latest Scream movie, one of them hates it, and they talk about it. I'm just like, God bless them both where you can express that, and it's not like the end of the world, or it's not, "You don't appreciate cinema because you don't understand the psychology of why the slasher movie is important and what horror," and it's like,
Oh,
dude, I'm
yeah.
like, dude, just whether you liked it or not, like, some have
No,
meaning,
no,
great,
it's the
some don't,
best.
and
Yeah.
ah, I'm like, I didn't go, like, for example, like, yeah, like okay, what movies have I seen this year? Like Bone Temple.
Mhm.
Bone Temple, yeah, you could probably learn something about how to react as a human at the end of the world, but in the end, I was interested in where this story went and I wanted to see more of the Jimmies. And I'm not looking to like, okay, movie, change something inside of me and be historically accurate on Scotland if a pandemic were to destroy it and whatever. It's like I'm not thinking that deeply about it. I just
No.
wanna and sometimes I just want to escape. I want 2 hours where I can just be in somebody else's story and not have to worry about my own shit.
Yeah, that's all I'm looking for, an escape when I go to the theater at the end of the day. That's why I love concerts too, or go to club shows
Yeah.
a lot lately, is because I need an escape. I need a rush. I need an environment I can't get too easily. So lay it on
Yeah.
me, Hollywood. Summer wise, yeah. So Odyssey, I feel like the other one, Spider-Man 4, and I just saw the trailer for it, and I did not know the Punisher was in it until I saw the
Yeah.
trailer, and I was really excited actually.
Yeah, he's so good in that role, man. Like he is so I think they're gonna do that iconic comic cover when Peter's kind of nearly dead and Punisher's holding him. I think that's
Oh
what they're
yeah,
gonna do 'cause I
I
think
forgot
that
about that. That's a
yeah.
good one. That's
I'm really
legendary actually.
I think people are really like even like I don't know if they just haven't had their Marvel fix for a while because everything is so much like TV show. The Daredevil is happening, which is really good, but everything's kind of gearing up to Doomsday. But that trailer, like they were saying that the latest numbers are like 1.3 billion views on that trailer. I'm like, dude, people must be fired up to see the next chapter of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Like, who would have thought that
Hmm.
1.2 is the most viewed trailer of all time by a wide, wide
What?
margin. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
I It's crazy. Like I saw it and I was like, "Oh, this looks good," because I think it might be a little overstuffed, I
I
think,
think
'cause it
so
has
too. That was my impression of the trailer too. I was like, nothing stood out personally besides the Punisher,
yeah,
and the rest just like, oh, Zendaya's back again.
yeah.
She ain't Mary Jane. She's still
Yeah,
MJ for some
yeah.
reason. Like,
The
you're
Hulk,
not switching it up a little, like
yeah. The Hulk is in it too. There's, I think, 4 villains. There's a Scorpion and a couple others.
Oh, the
Um,
Scorpion, mhm.
but they also have Sadie Sinek's character, the who, and no one knows who she's playing.
Oh, she's good. Yeah, she's had a good run so far.
So I think it might be a little, and the villains, there's the 4 villains, and there's the Hand, the group of ninjas that Daredevil and the Punisher fight, the group of Red where Spider-Man rips the ninja's sword in half. And so, I hope it's good. I think it will be good, but it might be like one of those just Marvel characters or Marvel movies where you're like, okay, there's 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 12 people I have to keep a hold of. I haven't seen their show. I haven't seen their show, so I'm not really sure who these people are. Oh,
Yeah.
there's Hulk. I know Hulk. I didn't watch Punisher because Punisher was TVMA and Disney Plus won't let me watch it because I'm 18 years old or whatever. And
I
but I
I
think it'll be
actually
good.
thought when I saw the Punisher or well, throughout the trailer that like, "Oh, this is where Spider-Man grows up now because now we have the badass of Marvel characters in this film." And so this has to be serious or badass because he's in it. Like, at least that's
Yeah,
my expectation. Like, "Oh, this might be Tom Holland grown up finally. Okay, great. Maybe that's what it's supposed to symbolize this guy. We'll see what happens. But if it's like the Punisher, I'll take
me
it.
too, dude. I
It
love.
might give Batman a run for their money because, like, you know what? We did the kid side in that trilogy, the whole home trilogy. Maybe it's time
Yeah.
for adult Spider-Man now. So that's how I see it. Tom's sticking around for a bit. I mean, it's his biggest role, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna suck for him too to see him like his girlfriend or his
Mm.
wife now constantly being with other men on screen because her chemistry is so good with everybody. Like Rob Pattinson, gotta watch that. You're like, oh, Rob, he's tall,
The drama.
handsome, he's he's Batman. Like, oh man. But
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I looked it up real quick. It's the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day is the most viewed trailer of all time, shattering records with 718.6 million views in the
Whoa.
first 24 hours, becoming the first trailer to cross 1 billion views in just 4 days, nearly doubling the second place trailer of all time, which was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, that one makes sense. Wow. Huh.
Crazy, man. Yeah, dude. There's one more in July that I think it's one I hope will get some steam. The concept sounds pretty interesting.
The
It's called Cut
concept.
Off.
Oh, cut off. Okay.
Have you heard about this?
Let's see. Cut off. No, I haven't. The
It's
movie.
it's directed by Jonah Hill. It's starring Jonah Hill and Kristen Wiig
Uh-huh.
as 2 siblings who are cut off from their parents. 2 rich people in their late 20s that are finally cut off from their parents financially. And I saw the trailer at Sundance, and I was like, this looks pretty good, like an interesting concept.
Huh. This film is scheduled to release. Huh. That's yeah, this should yeah, actually, yeah, I mean, he's good. He's cool too, Jonah Hill, so this should be pretty interesting. He
He's
does good
lost a
work.
ton of weight too.
What's that?
He's lost a ton of weight too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But what's next on your list, bro?
Oh, let's see. If we're summer. I don't think anything else until actually, well, for me, just bigger movies and time on the docket. I would say bigger movies. Avengers and Dune 3, of course. That's way late in the year, though.
Yeah,
Hold on a second. There has to be nothing in the fall for
I've
me.
got some for you. I've got some for you,
Yeah,
bro.
let's see what you got.
I'll talk about this before we get to Doomsday and Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Yeah,
Correct.
and I
Yep, you're
guarantee
right.
there'll be a few that you'll see. In August, I probably won't see this one because I never saw the first maybe 1 or 2 that there is, but a lot of my friends are excited about the new Super Troopers, the Winter Soldiers. But I was never a Super Trooper person.
There's a
Were
new
you?
Super Troopers coming
Yeah,
out. Oh my
yeah.
god. Yeah, you see, I don't pursue it, but I just find from word of mouth from people like talking on Instagram. This is how I find movies most of the
Feel good. I think
time.
I've got some for you that you're gonna be, that you'll be into then because
The
there's a
Super
couple.
Trooper sequel, my
But I
bad.
probably won't see Super Troopers unless someone is like, "You have to see this movie," and then they have to, like, go and, you know.
Well, that's like a
Checking out
few
the
small beers kind of showing. You're sneaking in tall
yeah.
cans and you're
Yeah, no
going in
kidding.
stone. Let's be real for that one. Like,
In September, they have, Resident Evil, which I'm not a big Resident
oh,
Evil fan,
uh-huh.
but I don't know, I didn't write down who's directing this, but people seem really excited about whoever's directing this Resident Evil.
Oh, that reminds me now, actually, now that you say that. I think Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter and
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat
October.
2.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, yes,
Well,
Mortal Kombat, when does that one come out this month?
it's definitely this year, but I don't know about this month. That's a good question. Mortal Kombat 2.
It's got the guy from The Boys, Keith Urban.
Yep.
Yeah. Johnny Cage.
2-hour film. Wow, 1 hour 56. Okay. When is the date?
Is it May?
May 8th. Yes, you are correct. Oh,
Oh, dude.
wow, we missed that one.
Yes, we did. Let's put that one. It will probably be exactly what we expect, but I would
Yeah.
prefer Mortal Kombat 2 over Street Fighter that comes out in October.
I'm intrigued with Street Fighter only for well, not only for two reasons. Because one, I did prefer Street Fighter over Mortal Kombat as a kid, and the guy Dave starts with M something. Dave M. He was the star of Late Night with the Devil. I forget his last name. Minchin. Point is though, he's gonna be Bison, and he looks identical to Bison though.
Ah,
Hold on, let me
okay.
look this up. Yeah, because I gotta do a shit. Yeah, Bison actor Street Fighter 2. David Dasmalkian. Dasmasian, if I can
Ah.
pronounce that correctly. But yeah, he was in Late Night with the Devil, and he was also Polka Dot Man in Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That
that's gonna
guy.
be good. Yeah, yeah, I'll see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he's gonna be Bison basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's October. September, there's one called Mayday, which I it looks pretty good. It's Ryan Reynolds. He's like a US soldier who's flying over Russia. His plane crashes and he has to befriend a Soviet soldier to make it out of Russia, but it's a comedy.
Oh, it's a comedy.
It's a
Oh, I
comedy.
thought it was him doing drama for a second, the way you were
No, it's a
describing
comedy.
it.
It's still Ryan Reynolds, and so
Uh,
the premise is interesting enough to me where I'm like, okay, I'll probably check it out, or at least wait till the reviews come out. And cause people like some people I talk with will be like, I don't watch the reviews, I don't read reviews, and I do. Like specifically from like creators that I trust, like you, like a lot of these other people, like that we're friends with on Instagram, some of like bigger influencers like Kit Laser and stuff like that. Like I will watch their thoughts and be like, okay, is this a movie I'm willing to invest my money on to go see? But it's just people that I know and I trust. I don't do like the whole Rotten Tomatoes thing. But if you come out and you're like, that's why I went and saw Hamnet is because of your review. You were like, bro, you can't stop it. Hamnet, you gotta go see it. So I went and saw it, and it was
I
because of
was
you.
also like the beginning of it, that hype too. I felt like
You
that
were,
first,
yeah,
like it
yeah,
was a preview showing, I think. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah. So,
Sorry I
but
didn't
you're
hit
one of
you the
them.
same.
Not kidding, but I'm gonna rewatch it again in a few months. It's just I just gotta get over the first time I watched it where I was like, I just can't. Anyway, that's not the point. Clayface is the other one coming out in September, the another
Oh,
DC movie, which
yes.
I think has an interesting premise. I am glad, and I'll go back to Supergirl for a second. I'm glad that James Gunn is not directing everything in
Yes.
the DC universe because I thought Superman was good. I thought Peacemaker was a big disappointment. It was too much of the
Oh.
James Gunn comedy, and also like instead of giving us a story, it's like here's something for the future. Here's something for the future. Here's something for the future. Here's something for
Oh,
the future,
totally. I
and then we're
agree.
done.
There were a lot
And
of
I'm like,
paths. Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, I just like Peacemaker story. Just give me like a season one of just a good Peacemaker story, but like James Gunn, I think is getting a little too like hyped up with himself, where he's teasing all these projects and not focusing on his project at hand and making it good. And so I'm glad that he's not directing everything. So everything is not like a Guardians Galaxy rehash for 20 movies before this franchise dies out.
I actually thought it was funny with Peacemaker because the first episode of it all is still the best episode of it all.
No doubt, dude.
Yeah,
No doubt.
like that's all I needed in retrospect. Like
Yeah.
some fun ones later, but that was it. Like that was the peak. Like let's be real. Like that
Yeah.
first episode, I clapped at the end of it. I remember that vividly. Actually, I was like, But yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I'm a big John Cena stan too. Like, I don't know if you watched the most recent Netflix documentary, The Manosphere, about
No.
like just those dipshits of like the alpha males and the OnlyFans and make money quick and my investment profiles and all these different things. It's a really good documentary on just why these manosphere bro douchebags bring in so much money and there's so many young men looking at them. All stems from like the Andrew Tate, you know? And I've just seen a bunch of just clips where John Cena like being strong and successful and kind of a like a dude that you would look up to as like a masculine dude, just being just the best dude ever. Like he's something like Make-A-Wish's all-time leader in completed wishes, where he completes people's wishes on Make-A-Wish to meet him or to hang out with him like 4 or 5 times a month. And I'm just like, Peacemaker season 2 wasn't that good, but I'm a big John Cena, just being like, whatever you're in, I'll support because you just seem like a good dude.
Yeah, he has a lot of heart when he presents himself, or like you
Yeah.
said, the endeavors he does for the Make a Wish. Yeah, I was kind of familiar. I didn't know it was that deep, which is kind of cool. But yeah, he always seemed like he had a big heart, even when he was a wrestler. His
Yeah.
interviews. Of course, when he wasn't being macho for the matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always had like a good heart. I remember, good, very
Yeah.
presentable. Like he kind of reminds me of what's his name? Oh my God, it's not tip of the, not Tom Hardy. Who's the guy who plays Gambit now?
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, yeah, they both remind me. They
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
are each other almost.
Speaking of that, yeah. Channing,
I
Josephine.
think
Okay.
he has another movie coming out soon, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Hold on a second.
He does, and there's one that came out on Sundance. It will come out at some point this year that I'm hesitant, like, even recommending. It's so good. It is amazing. Channing Tatum in this movie has never been better. It's called Josephine.
I just found it. Yeah, Josephine.
Fuck,
Okay.
dude. I saw it at Sundance, and it was amazing. Like, 9.5 out of 10 for me, which I don't
Whoa.
give many 9.5s out of 10, but man, a it's up kinda like my wheelhouse of, like, kids and trauma and parenthood and stuff. Like, it hit all my niches. And actually, you wanna hear a cool story? I know Channing Tatum's gardener.
What? How's that
Yeah.
happen?
So, one of my board members, he's an agent with the Department of Homeland Security,
Mm.
and Channing Tatum's gardener way back when worked with him as like an undercover informant. He's from Latin America, and he was working with him, and he grew up on a vineyard in Mexico. So he came to the States, and he has this talent for growing grapes. Kind of built up a really good reputation in California growing grapes, and he got hired by Channing Tatum to run his vineyard. When Magic
Oh.
Mike happened and Channing Tatum came into like all that money, he bought a vineyard in Ojai, California, and hired this guy to tend the vineyard, live on the vineyard, and grow his grapes and sell his wine.
Mhm.
And so I went down there 2 or 3 years ago for a fundraiser in Ojai, California, and this guy, because Channing was in Budapest filming something. He's probably filming X-Men or Deadpool Wolverine, probably.
Oh
And
yeah.
I got to stay at Channing Tatum's vineyard, in his house in his vineyard. I got to
Whoa.
work out in, like, Channing Tatum's gym where, like, him and where he gets in shape and his daughter plays in the rafters while he's working out. I got to shower in Channing Tatum's shower, and dude, that shower, like, it has, like, 12 nozzles, all hit you at the same time. I got to use Channing Tatum's, like, facial whatever, like, in the shower that I end up finding out costs way more than I can afford, and I shouldn't have used so much on my face. Um, but like his gardener, like, yeah, that's how I know Channing Tatum, or not Channing Tatum, Channing Tatum's gardener. Been
Yeah.
trying to get Channing like involved in the foundation, but it's tough to get Channing pinned down. But really good guy, really good group of people that he associated with. And in Josephine, he has never been better. He is so good in that movie, but man, it's a tough watch because there's a rape scene that happens in the movie,
Mm.
and they don't like hold back at all. In fact, the director is the one that was the one being raped in the scene because she didn't want to put like another actress through what she was having
Uh,
to act.
yeah.
And so it's a tough watch, man. Like if anyone's triggered by stuff like that, like I probably wouldn't recommend it or take a bathroom break when it happens because it happens in the first 15 minutes of the movie. like show up late to a movie, miss that scene, and you can kind of like fill in the aftermath of what happens. But he is so good in that movie that premiered at Sundance. And whenever that comes out, I think it's supposed to come out at some point in 2026. I think people should go see it.
Wow, Josephine. Okay. It sounds serious, but wow, yeah, it sounds like one hell of a quality film.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's yeah, it's Channing, and his daughter is the one that witnesses this assault of this girl, and she just struggles to process it because she's like 6 years old, so
Mm.
she can't sleep. She's researching weird things on Google. She's asked to go to court, but she's hearing terms that she doesn't know, like rape, and so she's using rape in school, and she's not sleeping well. It's just and Channing is the girl's dad, and it affects her relationship like with her dad because I'm giving you maybe too many spoilers, but she starts his daughter like after seeing this violent assault starts to see her men in a different light, and so it affects her relationship with her dad. And really sad, really good, really well done film.
Well, Shannon Tatum. Yeah, I feel like he's been trying to get a gold too, because even the Roofman, which I thought was a little snub to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like he's been trying like something once a year, like a little bit more and more serious lately.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll
And then you got
see.
the gambit where we can fake an accent like he's
Oh, the
from Louisiana.
Louisiana
So
French. Yeah, huh? Yeah.
yeah,
I do like that. I like French accents in general, so I'm a sucker for his character.
yeah, me too, dude. In October though, The Social Reckoning, the sequel to The Social Network.
Oh, like just continues the story of him, I guess.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it
Oh,
comes out, it's a sequel to The Social Network, and it's got some, I think, big names behind it, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think the main guy is coming back, but
oh.
let me see who they have in this. Dude, you're the man, dude. I love you, man. But The Social Reckoning, there's one.
Mm.
The new Hunger Games, which I think looks really good.
The
The
trailer did
Reaping.
look fun. I'll admit
Yeah.
that.
I think that franchise is kind of teetering on the brink of like, are we tired of it, or is there still more story to
Oh my
tell?
god, it is so on the brink of tired or
Yeah, it's like
interest. Yeah, I
it's so
agree.
there, you know? So we'll see what this one does. There's the new Narnia movie, which I don't know if I'll probably see.
Oh, that's
It's
this year?
yeah, it's the director of Barbie, the same one that's doing
Yeah,
it, but
Greta, she's coming back with that. That's a big
yeah.
deal, I think. They're talking that one up too, or they've been talking that one up for a while.
I'm interested to see like what people say about it because I know it'll probably piss off a lot of Christians because that's such a beloved thing for Christians, you know?
I think was
But
it supposed to be a Netflix film, I think.
oh,
Well, they are gonna
then
release it in theaters though. There are
yeah.
plans for a massive release for it, but still I think they're fronting the bill for this one.
Huh. There's one in November called The Wait, which I think you should check out. It's Ethan Hawke.
Oh, I
It's
like
this
Ethan.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this one was my favorite when I saw it at Sundance. This is also another 9.5 out of 10. Ethan
Uh-oh.
Hawke, back in like the 20s, gets arrested, gets separated from his kid, gets sent to a labor camp, and he gets to win his freedom by smuggling gold all through Oregon.
Mm.
And dude, it is so good, so good.
In the
Yeah.
20s, you said?
Yeah, yeah. It's a period
Whoa.
piece, and it's really I loved it was the last movie I saw at Sundance, the last movie they played at Sundance in Park City, and it was awesome, man. But
Whoa.
December, you mentioned we're here where you talk now, Doomsday,
Mhm.
and then there's the Robert Eggers Werewolf.
Oh, Werewolf is this year?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was on the back burner. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I got
No.
more than I anticipated. Yeah, let
Yeah,
me write
yeah.
this. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 2, Werewolf. Okay. Josephine.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the
The
one with
Wait.
Ethan? The Wait. Okay.
The Wait I think you'll like better than Josephine. The Wait's a little more digestible than Josephine.
Yeah, it sounds like it so far.
Yeah.
And I have had like my own gold digging out there. So, uh,
Oh, dude, you love this one then.
well, not gold digging. I call it green digging, like the old days of trimming pot on California farms and all that
Yeah.
stuff. The green rush, they joke about how, yeah, it used to be a thing. People hitchhiking on the road to get jobs.
Dude, you're gonna love it, dude. And it's Ethan Hawke, and he's brilliant. I think
I
Russell
like him a
Crowe is the
lot as an
villain.
actor. I thought he was performance of the year technically in Blue Moon,
Yeah,
but it was just one of those like, what? What movie? He was in a
yeah.
movie.
Are you
It
gonna
gets
see
lost.
Are you gonna see Dune first, or are you gonna see Doomsday first?
Well, it's funny you say that. I think I was reading something how Marvel might be moving it up a week now.
They would probably be smart to do that.
I
Like,
think so too, and it's also the whole IMAX debacle because
yeah.
Dune already rented it all out, all the IMAXs for like 2 or 3 weeks for that film, and so on opening day for Marvel or Avengers, those who go for the IMAX version, I don't think they're gonna be getting it, they said.
Huh.
But that's what I've read. I mean, I'm not sure what's firmed up on that, but if I had to choose, which would I see first? Personally, I would go Dune first and then end the day on Avengers because I feel like that's going to be on a big high note, to be honest with you, a big comeback. There's people I love from the past, Robert Downey, it's like it can't go wrong, really, I feel like.
Yeah.
And someone said, or some article said, 3 hours and 45 minutes it's estimated to be Doomsday. Like, yeah, the ultimate, like, let's come back, go
Yeah.
big. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. But there's supposed to be that sequel, The Secret Wars, I believe, after. But that's probably another year or two from now anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Uh,
excited for it. I think it's getting a lot of hate because like they're bringing back Captain America or whatever, and
yeah, I'll admit it was a little desperate. Yeah. And
yeah,
Robert
well,
Downey, too.
yeah, it feels desperate, but I think that I think they've righted the ship a little bit. Like I think they're back to like telling stories and not just giving out content. Because I thought Fantastic Four was good. I
Yeah.
loved Thunderbolt.
Yeah, I
Loved
thought that was the
Thunderbolt.
best in a while, or the best
Me
since his
too.
comeback in the last year or so with film.
Me too. I'm loving Daredevil. Like I think they've kind of figured out where like, oh, our fans kind of want good and not just like here's 20 projects a year, like enjoy and consume, even though they have to be She-Hulk and they're no good. And I think the Russo brothers directing, like I think the Russo brothers are not that good of directors
I agree.
unless they're directing a Marvel movie. Cause like the stuff
Yeah.
they've done on Netflix, I thought was just like the Gray Man. Like, how do you like Ryan Reynolds and you produce an okay movie at best? But, like, there's stuff that they produce on Marvel, like Captain America 2, Captain America 3, Infinity War, Endgame, all bangers. So maybe that's, like, their niche is they only do good Marvel movies. But they're back, and so
I'm trying to think.
we'll
Yeah, I
see.
saw some other film with them. I'm just trying to
There's
look
one
real
with
quick.
Chadwick Boseman too.
That might be it. Well, but if that's it, oh, The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, they did that was their debut as Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's probably what
Yeah.
got them those final films. Civil War. Yeah, that's a good one. Cherry Man. Yeah, okay. Never mind. All right. Yeah, that's all I know them for. But
Wow.
if that's what they do good, that's what they do good.
Yeah. I do think Dune has I think the most risk of, um, like, I don't wanna say being like it'll be good, but the lore is a little complex.
Mm-hmm.
Ending a
Very complex.
franchise, like, and Dune like doesn't hit me the same way. Like my co-host who joins me sometimes, that director is his favorite director, and he thinks that
Mm.
Dune is like this generation's The Lord of the Rings. And I just like I like the movies,
Uh,
but I do not get where I'm like I don't get. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Well,
don't get
here's
that. Thing.
here's where I could semi agree, and this is my big hope for Dune. My big hope for Dune is this: it's the third, and they said it's going to be the final. I was actually surprised with that because I think there's more books, but
Yeah,
I think I have big hope that this could be like a Return of the King kind of scenario because I thought two was better than one.
I agree.
So if it keeps going in that direction, kind of like Lord of the Rings, you might get to, the Return of the King or the Messiah in this case for Dune. And the other thing is too, if you recall after after Return of the King came out originally in '03, the value, the goodwill intangible value of 2 and 1 skyrocketed.
Yeah. Yep.
No doubt the value and rewatches of those films went up dramatically after that third and final one. So I hope and think that Dune could possibly be a Return of the King. And maybe it could be Timmy's moment finally for the
Yeah.
Oscars, and that's why they're putting it at December. They want that nomination build up. All the nom films are usually, in my opinion, usually October through December, the bigger ones.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be pushing that one hard once it
Yeah. I think
happens.
so too. Get ready for another round of Timothy promoting himself, trying to get an Oscar. Gotta happen again.
Hey,
Gotta happen again.
I'll be like, "Hey, Tim, get off the spear and go sit on that pyramid."
Yeah, god damn. Ugh. I'm sure that, like, we're missing some too, because every year there's always, like, these little films that sneak in, like the Hamnets that you might not have heard of, like,
That's what I
in
mean. I feel like
April.
we're like a
Yeah,
couple weeks from like all these festivals blowing up with some names, like you were saying, Josephine, The Wait, The Invite, and there's
yeah,
gonna be probably repeats of that and those names coming up with cans and maybe some other ones. So,
yeah.
that's the thing. The Hamnets, yeah, the Killers of the Flower Moons. We don't know yet. I think we're still like a month or two away from
I
those kind of
hated that
films.
movie so bad.
It
Oh,
could have been
man.
better. I'll say I
Dude,
enjoyed it, but it could have been a lot better.
God, like, I thought that movie was an hour and a half too long, and
No
I think,
intermission on that one either.
no, and I gave that thing, I think, out of, like, 4.5, 5 stars, maybe just for Leo DiCaprio alone. And I was
Mhm.
like, "You're gonna make me sit through a 4.5-hour movie, no intermission, where there's I don't know, I go off on a tangent all day. I know you gotta
Oh,
bounce, but,
I understand on that one, to be honest with you. I did, like I said, I had a good time personally, but it's one of those like it was so close to greatness, and it
yep,
was trying too hard. It was
yeah,
trying too less. I don't. It was yeah.
yeah,
Martin he had something going, but
yeah.
didn't cross the finish line.
No, it's always the worst when movies this close to greatness and they just fall short. It just leaves, like, a sour taste in your mouth. It's like people forget how great Game of Thrones actually was because of how bad the last season was, and Game of Thrones has, like, this weird taste in people's mouth
Hmm.
despite 7 seasons of just pure greatness and 1 bad one. People assume the whole series is bad, and I'm sure if I went back and watched, I'd be fine with it, but it was a movie I had to watch in my house so I can pause it every 40 minutes and go take a piss.
Well, it was like us with the prequels. It's like, hey, one didn't work for everyone, but then it made them think less of two and three, possibly. I
Yeah.
think personally.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Well, do anything else that you wanna mention before you gotta take off?
No, it was just a pleasure, meeting up and talking with you again, Tyler. To be honest with you, I
Dude,
enjoyed this discussion and made me realize how many movies I was missing but I want to see. I
yeah.
definitely looking for Edgar's Werewolf towards then. You got me into these new movies, The Way, The Invite, Josephine. Definitely excited for those now. Um,
What we should do, we can make a plan if you're down, is in July, after we go see The Odyssey, we'll hop on a pod and we'll
uh,
talk about The Odyssey fresh out of the theater.
yeah, we could do that for sure, man.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, I
Cool,
gotta
buddy.
go to that IMAX for that one.
Yeah, no, oh, no doubt, no doubt. We
Uh-huh.
can either
Bigger the
celebrate
better.
pure cinema or we can be disappointed because they was this close to greatness. But there's a Cyclops in the movie, so it's not historically accurate.
That is always my favorite line in, Rogue One, though. "This close to greatness, the
Yeah,
greatness."
this close to greatness.
Oh, that'll be the last thing I'll say today. So, Timmy was begging for the Oscar this year, Marty Supreme. And last year he kinda got the start at the SAG Actors Guild Awards when he won for, A Complete Unknown. He's like, I'm
Yeah,
looking for greatness." And I'm like, "No, that kid is not looking for greatness. When you're looking for greatness, you got to be like, I am looking to achieve greatness." And
yeah,
this guy's just
yeah,
like, I'm looking for greatness. I'm like, no, you're not. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta act like you want greatness.
Yeah, like, Marty Supreme actually liked you better than Willy Wonka, bro. Oh my gosh. Give him credit, like, I didn't think he had it in him, but
Ladies and gentlemen of the Gallery
uh
Gourmet, my name is Willy Wonka.
yeah. Congratulations for Timothy Chalamet for his Oscar for playing Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I think he has a sequel in the pipeline.
Ugh, God, dude. Well, I guess if it keeps cinemas alive, then, whatever.
He needs to eat first.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh,
All
dude.
these actors, I can't believe how thin some of these guys are. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Dude,
Well,
man.
it's been a pleasure, man, like always, man.
Yeah, you too,
But
my
yeah, let's
man.
try to sync in July after the Odyssey for sure.
Cool. Cool, man. Let's do I'll stop recording real quick, and then we'll let
Oh
it
yeah.
upload, and then you're good to go. It's